is what is that first pick then from the side of OMO Abyssinian? A lot of teams grabbing Lapras if it's available. Obviously, it has been a power Pokemon all weekend. These are two huge choices right here that a lot of teams like to pick up. So let's see what they're able to take. Perhaps a counter pick against something that MJK wants to bring into this match.
Yeah.
Possibly a Zacian, possibly a top-tier defender, and they want the Hoopa.
I told you, Jay Rabson really likes this pick, so they're going to show a lot of priority to it even in the draft. However, this is giving MJK a whole lot of options, and MJK going to take a first pick of the Blastoise and probably grabbing this Zacian as well. So MJK understanding that OMO Abyssinian really likes this pick in particular, and they are going to actually choose that counter draft strategy.
The counter pick of the counter pick of the counter pick is my pick, as we have Umbreon being locked in, possibly two big-time defenders here, which, I mean, the Trevenant was so incredibly mean on the side of MJK. I kind of get wanting to steal that one away.
Yeah, it makes sense. And now Tempest is going to have some interesting choices of where they want to play this Umbreon, but I think that double defender pick and draft is just making it so MJK has to dig really deep for any kind of defender viability. Hagu King can play this Blastoise in that defender style spot, and it looks like they probably will be with that pick of the Clefable for the support.
So after you have the Clefable, there are just so many Pokemon that shuts down due to gravity, right? So it really limits your choices. But of course, it still opens up the possibility of an Urshifu for MJK. We see the picks coming in here for Abyssinian. Glaceon Mew. I love both of these. Extreme range. And there is that Scyther that we've been talking about. As soon as you see those two squishy Pokemon picked up, Scyther is coming on in. So now I finally get to see on the main stage the target ban Luca Poe's Scyther.
It's been so incredible, and into double attacker, this is going to be phenomenal for Luca Poe to go to work. However, they're going to have to play around the exceptional defender play of both Tempest and Miva, who are going to be trying to shut them down constantly. Luca Poe's path to victory is not an easy one, but this Scyther has certainly been the roadmap before. I am so excited to see this game number 2. Our series is currently 1-0 up for MJK. OMO Abyssinian need this one to stay in the tournament. Kelosaurus Wonder Chef, it's your turn.
Thank you so much, Zoinks and Spraggles. Now, I'm sorry to say, Chef, we have no Cramorant this match, but you know what? Luca Poe Scyther, I am so excited to see this.
I'll be excited enough with just leaving the Cramorant at 100% win rate while I'm commentating, and I will absolutely take that. But yes, this Scyther, I've seen it before, and I mean, honestly, we've all seen it before now if you've been watching this broadcast, and it's been a long broadcast, so if you haven't, let me tell you, it is disgusting. And I say that in the most complimentary way possible. This is going to be the ultimate slice and dice team, combining that Scyther with the Zacian.
Well, that's the thing. It was target banned previously by the team. I mean, this team, they thought, oh no, we can handle the Scyther. Maybe, I don't know if they were expecting to come up against it, but it is taking that central area, making sure to prioritize those levels.
All right, and let's remember here, this is match point for MJK. They are one match away from going up once again against their country mates, or I should say their region mates, really both, in the top 3. OMO Abyssinian needs to win 2 straight here. Very difficult against a team that's been as consistent as MJK, but we are going to be sending actually first the Glaceon to the center area on the side of Abyssinian. Oh my gosh!
Oh, the Hooper finishing off that Zacian. It did dive in a little bit too deep, leaving this Clefairy all alone. Is going to grab a quick snack before heading on back to defend the pad. But look at this. We do have Tempest that hasn't yet evolved, is possibly going to secure this Indeedee. That way, it can get those mean looks happening.
Got the evolution after the stun ended right there. Oh, this could be a huge turnaround, actually. That Squirtle is extremely low. If you can just catch one solid hit here, the Scyther might go down as well, and it will. Luca Poe, despite doing really well with the Scyther, was just not in the right position there, and now they're going to have to give up that entire set of experience, actually not even being focused there. They're just going to take more players down. They're going to get more scores, and OMO Abyssinian doing very well in this bottom half. Keep it going.
Yes, it's this early aggression that you want to see. We saw 4 members last game, and once again, sending those 4 members to just push that pad, and that is the benefit of having the Hooper on your side. If top needs backup, they can portal on back. But you know what? I said, look, it's actually a foul play, Umbreon.
I actually like that. I mean, there's a lot of strong offensive physical attack Pokemon on the side of MJK. That could still do a ton of damage if it's placed correctly. I mean, the mean looks would make sense too. I mean, that's the thing about Umbreon, right? You can pick anything and it works.
Yes, exactly. Otherwise, we are going to wait for this one. Because an Ulterior to spawn. Ooh, the Scyther ends up getting taken down by the Solar Beam of that Mew there. And now we have Clefable just trying to poke around, trying to get some eyes as we have these teams getting on ready. And look at this, another push here for that top pad, getting in some dunks and leaving it. Oh, no, look at that. Mifa recognizing that it's only left off order, would have only been a 2 overcap, leaving there so that way they can get it back later.
That was great reactions to kind of cancel that like a split second before it actually went off. I gotta say though, OMO Abyssinian really taking control of this early game. 119-point lead before we even get to the first objectives of the game. And there's gonna be a fight over the Altaria. That's gonna be a lot of damage on the Hoopa already. It is going to be able to reset. They don't have the follow-up as there's gonna be a counter engage from Umbreon. And now most of the team of MJK is low. They are gonna have the Moonlight from the Clefable to be able to heal back up eventually, but will it be in time for them to regroup and try to fight for this Registeel? It looks like they want to try to take it.
They want to try and take it, and this burst damage that's coming out from these Solar Beams in the backline. We do have a Registeel that has popped on out. War Turtle is trying to make an attempt to get on in, tackling through, but we have Zacian here. Can they get the Sacred Sword? No, it ends up being the Glaceon that gets the secure, and now the pressure is on MJK. Also, look at the scoreboard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can they get any more dunks in?
That was a beautiful Phantom Force. That knocked 3 members of MJK back into the team of OMO Abyssinian. OMO Abyssinian absolutely running away with this game. What is going on? This is a 191-point lead that's just going to keep growing. I shouldn't even say the numbers at this point. Over 200 points. And they're just getting bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. And these Pokemon like the Scyther that really need to keep up in level are just simply not going to use the Unite to try and catch up. Only taking down 2 members right there. And they're not going to be the highest level. They do need that experience though regardless.
Look at this. Lucapo is on the hunt. The Scyther just jumping over these walls, trying to take these buffs. But once the dodge of the Solar Beam, that was so close, Chef.
That was great little movement right there to stay in the game at all, honestly. I mean, you can only get KO'd so many more times before you realize this side of the pick just didn't work out this particular game. But the level difference is starting to shrink a little bit. The point difference is going to be the biggest focus, I think, for the next bit of the game. We are hitting just about the 5-minute mark. Regieleki, the first one, still available up on that top path, but we could see some really huge overdunks. Aside from the fact that almost Abyssinian has a gigantic 200-point lead, they could build it even further.
Yes, they have that point lead, but also these level lead. They have 3 level 10s on their side. We have a Regieleki that is getting leashed on, but it looks like these teams want to battle each other in the tall grass. We do have a Hydro Typhoon popping on out. Wasn't able to really catch anybody here, but Ninetales does end up getting taken down. 2 KO streak from you. Is it going to be able to get some more with those Solar Beams?
Oh, Zacian going down as well. Everybody having to back up, and this might just be an aggressive push. The Scyther Unite coming out. How many can it actually take? It looks like Mew maybe is able to avoid it with its own Unite. Also, Glaceon taking out the Scyther itself. Everything is going wrong for MJK right now. I feel like the way that their team is built, they need to stay on parity as far as levels. They need the Zacian to be able to brawl. They need the Scyther to be able to brawl. And, you know, they're starting to catch up in levels, but they have just fallen so many times. They've given every bit of positioning and every bit of scoring to OMO Abyssinian.
Well, the benefit is both of their tier 1 pads are gone, so they do have those siding deities for that comeback experience. But first, they have to take care of this Regieleki. Trevenant hiding in the bush, seeing if it can possibly just distract this Zacian and push it away. Oh my gosh.
I love the attempt. That was cheeky. Actually, honestly, still a chance, right? You have to be really worried that's going to happen again. Oh, that's really okay, you made it. But hold on, you're actually taking a ton of damage right here. You got to be worried. This Regieleki does a lot. The Unite actually came out to try to follow it up, but we're actually having a battle. In the meantime, while we're laughing at that, in the bottom, Hoopa Unite comes out. Everybody teleporting in. That's going to be a low Ninetales going down. It's It's going to be a 4v4 now, or a 4v3, because one member isn't there. The Zacian still has to run down. It looks like Blastoise might go down as well. No escaping that Glaceon inevitably. And who actually took that Regieleki? Or sorry, the base Reggie. It looks like it was OMO Abyssinian.
It was Glaceon once again securing it, and you can just see the powerhouse that Shua is right now.
Right now in every other game, Schwa has been a star player. I mean, every single member of OMO Abyssinian obviously incredibly strong, but Schwa has been the one that gets to have a lot of the star moments, I think is what we get to say. Whether it be on a Speedster or a Glaceon, which is definitely a strange set of Pokemon to be kind of playing in general, but it's clearly working. Whatever it is about those set, you know, like, I guess, I don't know, there's two of them are evolutions, one of them is a Zoroark, I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing.
We got nothing. All right. As we are almost at the final stretch here, are they going to attempt one last push? Just trying to get some ice, test those waters. But no, they are going to retreat on back because you know what? With almost only 30 seconds left to go, they do not want to risk it for the biscuit.
If OMO Abyssinian can take this Regieleki right on time, that is going to be huge because they are threatening the ability to just go and dunk in their backline. I mean, look how much of a lead they have. They've got over a 200-point lead. That tends to be kind of the threshold where even if you take Rayquaza, you may not actually win. And look, they're getting the Regieleki with 10 seconds to go. That is beautiful timing. Nobody's even there from MJK to be able to defend it. And on top of that, they've got to defend in the Ray Pit itself with a nice initiation. We're going to see the tree go in, but immediately takes so much damage.
Here we go. The final stretch is here. We have moves popping on left and right. And Phantom Force coming out, taking down the A9 here. We have Clefable using their Wonder Wish and it ends up getting the close combat, but it ends up getting taken down. 3 members of MJK are currently knocked out. Scyther is on a roll trying to get some KOs and pick up the scraps, but no, it ends up getting taken down as well, and Blastoise not too far to follow.
And that should be enough. Alolan Ninetales is here. Oh, A9 does have its Unite. That could be the best chance to steal it, but what a huge chunk of damage. Zemu is not letting you get even close. You tried it. It's the best thing you can get. No damage on Rayquaza yet. There is such a huge lead that OMO Abyssinian knows they may not need to even take it. They're not prioritizing it. They're going to wait. They know that the backcapping from MJK, if they manage to get any, is not going to be enough. They would have to break down so many of their go zones, but 2 tier 1s are up with a minute left. This is not out of the realm of possibility for MJK.
They are trying to keep a stronghold of this Rayquaza pit. They are not letting any members of MJK in. Looks like they're trying to collaborate together, possibly go in for one last push as a wrecking ball, but there's chunk damage that is coming out from the Mew right now. Clefable is trying to hardest to heal its team, but look at her. Sneaking in from behind with the flag. We have A9 ends up, no, Zacian ends up going down, and Lucapo ends up popping their Unite move and taking down Glaceon.
Oh, this is their first big chance. They're both at half HP. They've got to burn Rayquaza, though. They've committed to it. They're not going to be able to go the route of just getting those back dunks. Lucapo is one of the only ones that's available, though.
Sorry, wait a minute. All the meantime, while this is happening, we have Mew just widening that gap even further with a sneaky 100 back cap. And look at this. 70. I think it is a good game to OMO Abyssinian here.
There is just not going to be a chance past that. I love that defense from OMO Abyssinian. They played that so well. How many times have we seen a team try to hold on to a 200-point lead at Rayquaza without taking it, choking it, losing one team fight, and throwing the entire set? Well, you know what? That's not what happened here. OMO Abyssinian held on and tying up the set 1-1. And now I got to see what the analysts think with Zoinks and Spriggles.
I think the biggest thing that I'm thinking right now is I didn't understand Scyther before.
Yeah.
And I still don't understand Scyther right now when Urshifu was just such a powerhouse for this player.
Yeah, I mean, OMO Abyssinian just really showcasing how powerful they are. And we're going to get to a specific stat line in just a second, but we need to look at that Mew's scorecard, by the way. Yeah. Absolutely unbelievable work there from Lewis on this Mew. But look at this scoreline. OMO Abyssinian, they were talking about nerves in their team preview. Well, they woke up on main stage there. An irrefutable victory against MJK in game number 2.
Yeah, this match looked a little bit like Zarina because it was an absolute stomp. OMO Abyssinian coming right back in here. And take a look at that damage. 104,000 for the Mew. A Pokemon that has been surprisingly absent here from our